How you doing, fam bam? This is Chris Mizo here. It is almost time for Prime Time. And if you know exactly what I'm talking about Amazon Prime deals. It's practically Black Friday in the middle of July. It can't get any better than that, especially if you're looking for the best PC deals available out there for you. And right now in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly which deals I think are the best and which ones to kind of watch out for, because not every deal may seem as they seem. Also, if you want to just hurry up and just want to figure out exactly what's on sale, just go down in the description box down below, because I have everything listed down there for you guys to figure out exactly what you need. There's enough products that Amazon has listed to where you can actually even build a PC just off of strictly Prime deals. And this is a time to take advantage for those who are looking to save a ton of money, especially for how costly the economy has been. First topic I'm going to go over first is the laptops, because Asus ROG Strix 15, it is a RTX 3070 Ti, and it also has 16 gigabytes of RAM, 2 terabytes of storage, and you can get this laptop for $1,519.99 USD. As the deals are coming fresh hot off the press, there are plenty of these deals. Another one to look for is Asus ROG's 14 Zephyrus. For all those fans that have a Zephyrus or has always wanted a Zephyrus, you could actually get one for under $1,000. No kidding. And it has a RTX 3060, and it has a AMD processor built in. It has up to 16 gigabytes of RAM, and you can get this all for under $1,000. Let's keep this ball rolling, because it's just going to get better than this. Now, the top deal, in my personal opinion, especially if you're trying to get the most up-to-date product, is Gigabyte's 17H. That's right, Gigabyte Aorus 17H. It has a RTX 4080 in there. If you're looking for a more dedicated graphics and more up-to-date, where you kind of want to future-proof it in a way, a RTX 4080 is a way to go. It also has a most up-to-date Intel processor in there, up to 16 gigabytes of RAM. You can get this for $2,199 USD. Gigabyte also has another variant. Now, this is also a really good deal for those who are looking for more of something that is more budget friendly. Gigabyte also has the G5KE. The G5KE has a generation older NVIDIA RTX card, which is a RTX 3060, which is really no problem, especially for what a deal this is. You can currently pick that one up for $926 USD. So there's a lot of deals out there that you can get for $1,000. The ones that you really want to watch out for are the ones where the processor is a bit out of date. There's a lot of processors out there that are in the laptops where they're only a 10th generation. And right now we're just about to approach the 14th generation coming up. So they're about 4 generations older. And those are the ones that you really want to watch out for, because they're the ones that are going to be out of date pretty quickly, and you don't want to spend a ton of money, especially for primetime deals on something like that. Even though it's a decent deal, just like you see this GF65 Thin, it is a 10500H, which is pretty out of date, but you can purchase it for $797. In my personal opinion, it's better to go with the Asus ROG Allies handheld device, because again, you're going with a more current device, especially if you're going to be using it for gaming. But let's move on. Let's go and talk about the primetime deals when it comes to desktops. You ready for this? For all those who are really tired of waiting around for PC parts to go down, and you're tired of just spending your time to build a PC, you just want something to play right now, it's really easy. You can just go on Amazon Prime, especially now for Amazon Prime time, to go online and just purchase a PC that's already pre-built. When you do, it'll come right to your house. All you have to do is just follow the easy setup installation, and you will have your gaming PC right away. And the first one I'm going to talk to you about, Skytech's Siege Gaming's Tower. This comes with a RTX 4070 Ti. It has a Ryzen 5800X. And it has 16 gigabytes of RAM. Even though it has a little bit older of a processor, it's still a beast of a processor. In fact, some of these Zen 3 processors can even outdo these Zen 4 processors. So if you're looking for something that is a great deal, this is one of them. because you could currently purchase this PC $1699.99 USD. And for all those who aren't familiar with HP's gaming side, they have the Omens. It's practically just like Alienware, but just on the HP end. The one I gotta bring up to you is quite the beast, pretty much future-proof, because it has a NVIDIA RTX 4080 inside of it, and it even has Intel's newest processor, which is the 13900KF. Now, for those who think the KF is just a cheaper version of a 13900K, it really isn't. The KF is just the one without the integrated video when it comes to the processor. More than likely, you're not going to worry about that, especially if you have a RTX 4080 built with this PC build. And it also has 16 gigabytes of RAM, and you can pick up this PC for $3,049.99 USD. You will be up to date to the most current specifications when it comes to PCs. But as we all know, it's impossible to keep up with PCs, and as soon as you buy it, you'll probably feel out of date, because then GeForce or NVIDIA will decide to release the RTX 4090 Ti for some reason. But anyway, moving on to get to the next point. The next best deal that I saw for anybody out there who's looking, especially for VR gaming when it comes to PC gaming, is CyberPowerPC Extreme VR PC. It sounds pretty ridiculous to name as it sounds, but the specs are pretty good, especially for what the price is. Now, it does have an RTX 3060. It comes with a 12700K CPU, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and has 1 terabyte of storage. You can get this for $1,169.99 USD. Yes, no kidding. Those are the desktop and laptop deals already so far. Bam, bam, just like that. Now let's move on, because for those who want to build a PC, especially for those who have been waiting for a day just like this, when it comes with Amazon Prime's deal, you are looking for the deals that you can build your PC for on the cheap and be up to date. Because I'm going to go through the CPU list, and I gotta tell you, it's pretty dope. Now, you can get an Intel i7 12700K for $252.73 USD. You can get an i7 13700K if you want to spend a little bit more money and be more up to date for $380 USD. And for those who are more of AMD Ryzen fans, especially for those who want to be on the Zen 4 architecture, you can get a 7600X for $219.99 USD. And you could even get a 7900X3D for $527.85 USD. For those who strongly want the best of the best, you want Intel's 13900KF, you can actually pick that up for $535.99 USD. This is a little bit of an outdated processor, but then again, it is still quite the beast, especially coming from Zen 3's architecture, because that is a legendary generation when it comes to AMD, is their 5950X. You can actually pick that up for $448 USD. Now let's get to the motherboards. As you know, or if you don't know, when you have Zen 4, you want a B650 or X670. Now for those who have an Intel processor who is interested in the 12th or 13th generation, just look for a Z690 or a Z790. Here are the deals listed so far, and the ones you want to really watch out for are MSI, because they're the ones that are really throwing the best deals out of all the manufacturers compared to Asus and Gigabyte. Now I'm going to go through MSI's real quick. First, it's the MSI's Pro Z790A. It's their Pro motherboard. You can pick that up for $219.99 USD. Of course, you can look at the specs yourself when you go into the Amazon page to really take a look at it, but it's quite the beast, and it is a Generation 5 when it comes to PCI Express. Now, if you're looking for something for more of a Mini-ITX build, they do have a MSI DDR5 Mini-ITX Z790, and you can pick that up for $309.95 USD. MSI also has for AMD, MSI's MAG Tomahawk gaming motherboard. You can actually pick that up for $399 USD. Now for Asus, they did come out with the deal, and it's for the ROG Strix Z790A motherboard. And you can pick that up for $339.99 USD for Amazon Prime's deal. And they have ASRock's B650E Steel's Legend motherboard. You can pick that up for $229 USD. Lastly, but not least, we got Gigabyte. And this is also a pretty good deal considering for what they offer. This is going to be Gigabyte's Aorus Z790. You can pick this up for $239.99 USD. And for those who have been looking for storage and who are storage madmen just like me, who just can't get enough of it. For those who just want it for their Asus ROG Ally to their massive PC build, you just need that extra space. Let me tell you, NVMe 4 is on fire. It's on sale. Take advantage of it because it's crazy how cheap these are selling, especially now. Thanks to the release of the PCI Express 5 NVMe's, now we can finally look at deals for expansive storage when it comes to PCI Express 4 NVMe's. Now you can get a 2TB Gigabyte Aorus Gen 4 for $100.99 USD. No kidding, that's ridiculous. And they are excellent when it comes to storage, and that's pretty dirt cheap considering it also comes with the heatsink. Now they do have a 2TB version of Western Digital's WD850. That is a legendary gaming NVMe that you gotta have, especially if you have a PS5 or if you want to put it into your desktop or you want to throw it into your laptop or something. This is a great piece of storage to have, especially for what the price is. You can actually pick this up for $129.99 USD on Amazon. For those who are big fans of Team Group, they also have a 2TB version of their Gen 5. Goes up to 5 GB of write speed, which is 5,000 megabytes. And you can get this for $88.99. That's right, it's under $100 for their storage. Now for those who are Samsung fans, especially the 990s, they actually have this for a great deal. One of the fastest NVMe's that is out there, and this is for their 1TB version. For the 1TB version, you can actually pick this up for $69.99 USD. For 1TB for Crucial's NVMe, which is also Gen 4's SSD, you can actually pick this up for $49.99 USD. Lastly, but not least, you can pick up Hynix Gen 3 2TB for $94.99. Is an okay deal to me. It's not the greatest, but personally to me, I go after the Gen 4, especially because of how cheap it is. And for those who have a ROG Ally, you can get Sabrent's Rocket 2230 NVMe 4.0. Now, this isn't going to be the fastest out there because it is a QLC, but you can purchase this 1TB version for $109.95 USD, which is really not a bad deal. But then again, you can go out there and you can probably find a better deal on some other TLC drives instead. Now, for those who have been waiting for GPUs to drop down in price, I do have a few deals out there for you, especially if you are NVIDIA fans, because MSI has definitely dropped some prices, especially when it comes to their graphics cards, their RTX 4090. That's right, their RTX 4090 has finally dropped down in price, and it's not that bad of a price at all, especially now. It is $1,599 for their MSI Trio, and they also have the MSI Gaming GeForce RTX 4080. You can get that for $1,099 USD, which is really not that bad. You also have the Sapphire Nitro 7900 XCX. You can actually pick that up for $1,029.99 USD. Now, that's not really the best deal compared to the RTX cards because of the demand of GPUs. They are still pretty high. They know this is the best way to get people to purchase their GPUs. But personally, to me, I like the NVIDIA deals a little bit more. But I gotta say, there is a XFX, which is a great manufacturer. XFX Radeon's 7900 XT is also a great deal, which you can actually pick up for under $800. Now, of course, if you're building a PC, you're gonna need some CPU coolers. And here is a various selection of some of those ones that you might be looking for, whether if it is more of a AIO liquid cooling you're looking for, or if you're looking for something that is liquid free and you prefer just using a traditional CPU fan cooler. So they do have the MSI Mag Core Liquid 360R V2. That is on sale for $124.99. It is more of their up-to-date CPU cooler. They have been great when it comes to builds, when I've seen personally. And then you do have Cooler Masters Hyper 212 Halo Black CPU cooler. You can actually pick that up for $43.99 USD. They have Thermaltake's TH240, which is also a AIO, and you can pick that up for $79.99 USD. You have Intermax Liquid Max 3, which is $89.99, which Intermax isn't really the top favorite. That's why I mentioned this one a lot later. Personally, to me, I like the MSI one, and the next one, which I'm about to mention, which is Noctua's an HD9L. You can actually pick that up for $54.95. They have that for, it works. Now, all these CPU coolers that I mentioned, make sure to pay attention that it fits in the socket that you need it. If you have AM5, make sure it fits in the AM5. If you have a Intel 12th generation or 13th generation, just make sure it fits on LGA 1700, because that's going to be very important when it comes to LGA 1700. They have to have the standoffs in order for a proper installation when it comes to it. And some of them are, it's almost similar to the LGA 1200 on some of the CPU coolers, but just make sure that it fits on the motherboard of your choice and your CPU cooler and your CPU, I mean. Now, for those who are looking to build a PC, you need power when it comes to it, which are some power supply deals that I will mention. A lot of them are PCI Express 5 compliant. That is right, they're PCIe 5 compliant. So if you're looking for a new power supply that does contain a 12-volt high power port, they do have them. So the ones that I will mention, just like the Tough Power GF3 ATX, you can pick that up. It's 750 watt version. It is $90 USD. And they do have the Corsair RM850E, which is also compliant with PCIe 5, and it is 115 USD. And they do have the Corsair RM1000E, that is also PCIe 5 compliant. You can pick that up for $159.99 USD. This one is going to be the oddball out the bunch. This one isn't going to be PCI Express 5 compliant. For those who are looking for a power supply that is, this is the EVGA 700GD 79, and this is for $79.99 USD. This one is more less of a deal. This isn't as good compared to the Corsair deals, but for those who are just looking to get rid of their old power supply because maybe they're a little bit, they're maxing out on their power supply as much as they are already, and for those who just needs that slight upgrade, like if you're using a 500 watt power supply when you should be using a 600 watt power supply, this is definitely a good time for you to do that. Now, when it comes to PC build, we just got through just about everything, but there is one thing that we haven't gone through, and that's PC cases. You need to have a PC case when it comes to PC builds. And again, if you get tired of what I'm saying now, just go to the description box down below, because I have them all listed down below, and you don't have to hear me talk about each and every single part. But if you do care and what I personally think of each one, just make sure you stay tuned and listen. Well, anyway, to get to the point, you got the Cooler Master Half 500 RGB. Now, this is a great case to have, and you can personally get this for $98.08 USD. They have been super reliable. I love their cases. When it comes, Cooler Master is, I gotta say, one of the best when it comes to airflow, because you will definitely get cool temperatures. I never had problems ever when it came to Cooler Master PC cases. This is a deal to take advantage of for those who are looking for a cheap case and for those who care about their temperatures. Now, Cooler Master also has their, which is $40. This is more for their Mini-ITX. So if you're looking for that MSI Mini-ITX build, this is the one for you. This is a great one because it's only $40 USD to purchase this case. Now, if for those who aren't looking for the Cooler Master line, you do have Thermaltake. Thermaltake's also great when it comes to PC cases, and for those who care about temperatures, and you can purchase this for $39.99 USD. This is more of the more expensive case, and personally to me, this isn't the greatest deal that's out there, because this is probably something you could catch in sale every once in a while, and that's the Corsair 5000 case. You can purchase that for $184.99 USD. That's an okay deal personally to me. Not the greatest deal, but I do like the Thermaltake and the Cooler Master deals more. Let's talk about monitors here, and if you care about ultra wides, because just the monitor right behind me, that is a LG 34GP950G. That's what I currently have in the background right behind me, and it is a great monitor to have. It is up to 180 hertz. It has 2 input connections to it. You can do DisplayPort and HDMI. And for those who care about audio output, it does have a 3.5mm jack if that's what you want through your monitor. It does feature that. and it is pretty light for what it features. I gotta say, the best part about it, it's super fast for what the monitor is. You can actually pick this up for $776.99 USD. And they do offer the LG Ultra Gear, which is more of a 1080p monitor, but it is a 32p 750B. You can actually pick that up for $296.99 USD. Another great monitor for sale. It's 1080p, but it is super fast. It's a half a millisecond of input lag, and it's a Asus VG24 8QG. You can actually pick that up for $159 USD. So you can have three of them stacked up against each other, and it will cost you less than $500 to do that. Now let me mention some keyboards out here. There are some great deals when it comes to that as well, because the Asus RA04 Tough Gaming keyboard, you can actually pick that up for only 30 bucks. And then you got the SteelSeries Apex 7, which is one of the great keyboards out there. It is awesome to use if you ever used it. It's a mechanical keyboard. You can pick this up for $110 USD. For those who are looking for USB expandable storage, here are some of the top ones on the list right here. And that's a 256 PNY Turbo Attache. You can pick that up for $1362 USD. And they do have the 256 Samsung Fit drive, as I showed in my prior videos when it comes to Asus Ally, or when I showed you how to flash a BIOS. It's a great thumb drive to have. It's a great USB drive to use. You can actually pick that up for $21.99 USD for 256 gigabytes, which is awesome. And they do also have a 256 gigabyte Samsung Type-C USB port, if that's what you're looking for. And you can pick that up for $23.99, so it's only $1.99 more for that if that's what you need. They do have the Samsung T7 expandable storage if you need a backup drive. You can also pick that up for $69.99 USD, which is a great deal for those who are looking to back up their storage before upgrading into a new storage drive. Now they do have a 2 terabyte option. Now when it comes to micro SD cards, here are a couple I gotta mention. You got Team Group's Go card for 512 gigabytes, only $26 for 512 gigabytes, and $62 for 1 2 terabyte. For those who are looking for a USB-C hub, especially when it comes to their Asus ROG Ally, for their laptops or for their tablets, here's a great one for sale. It's only $22.99. That is Anker's 332 5-in-1 USB-C hub. It is awesome, works great, excellent, no issues. Anker comes to the top when it comes to quality. You have an issue with it, you call them and say, hey, I got a problem, this isn't working right. They'll say, no problem, we'll send you a new one. That's how great their service is. And if you want to give a shot to their hubs, I gotta say, give it a shot, or their chargers, or any of their products. They are excellent when it comes down to it. And again, everything that I mentioned here is down in the description box down below if you're interested in any of these products. Also, I hope you found this content very useful. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. For those who are looking for Prime deals, especially when it comes to PCs, make sure you share this video with anybody you know. If you're not part of the big wonderful fan bam already, make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button for more. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for all the newest updates. Make sure you follow my Twitter handle right here, as it is the same as my TikTok and IG as well. So fan bam guys, make sure you go into Amazon Prime. Don't forget to take advantage of these deals. Good luck out there, and I hope you get the best deal possible. And don't be shy to share any of the deals that you see and post it down in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Chris Mizo signing out.